Hello everyone, the content we will learn today is actions taken when abandoning a ship. The second section is about the method of leaving the difficult ship. Firstly, let's learn the first major point, evacuating a difficult ship through a lifeboat. If circumstances permit, crew and passengers should board lifeboats directly to evacuate the distressed vessel, in order to avoid the impact of cold stimulation and other unexpected injuries after jumping into the water. After the abandonment signal is issued, the crew and passengers should wear life jackets, carry corresponding items, and arrive at the assembly point within 2 minutes. Then two people will complete the preparation work before launching the boat. After boarding the boat in sequence, the crew fastened their seat belts and lowered the lifeboat to the surface. Start the engine, disconnect the front and rear boat hooks, and detach the first cable to proceed with the departure from the difficult ship. Let's take a look at the actual pictures of evacuating a difficult ship through a lifeboat. The first picture is a call to action. The second and third pictures are backup boats, and the fourth picture is releasing the boat to the surface. The second major point, evacuate the shipwreck through a life raft. When it is not possible to escape from a shipwreck using a lifeboat, one can use a life raft to complete the dry body disembarkation. Due to differences in the types of life rafts equipped on passenger and cargo ships, the boarding methods are also different. 1. Cargo ships. Cargo ships are usually equipped with throwing life rafts. So when abandoning the ship for survival, two crew members should complete the throwing and releasing operation of the life rafts. 1. The cargo ship boarded the life raft through the boarding ladder. Usually, a boarding ladder is equipped near the life raft. After releasing the life raft, a boarding ladder can be installed, and then personnel on board can board the life raft through the boarding ladder. 2. The cargo ship jumped into the life raft at a lower position on the side of the ship. When the deployed life raft is close to the lower side of the ship, the crew can also jump directly into the life raft through the side of the ship while wearing life jackets. 2. Passenger ships. 1. Leaving the shipwreck by hanging. When abandoning the ship for survival, the crew can use the specialized lowering device equipped on the ship to lift the life raft, and after inflation, bring the life raft close to the boarding deck. Then passengers and crew members board the raft and use the lowering device to lift the life raft to the sea surface. 2. Boarding a life raft through the maritime evacuation system. For passenger ships equipped with a sea evacuation system, when abandoning the ship for survival, a dedicated person can operate and deploy the sea evacuation system. Then gather passengers, check that they are wearing life jackets and there are no sharp objects. Guide passengers to evacuate to the raft platform through the sea evacuation system in sequence, and then transfer to the rescue raft. This is a picture of boarding a life raft through the maritime evacuation system. Part 3. Evacuate the shipwreck by diving. When survivors cannot achieve dry body departure from the ship by boarding lifeboats or rafts, they can only choose to dive off the difficult ship and then board nearby lifeboats or rafts as soon as possible. 1. Check before diving. After deciding to dive off the ship, it is necessary to conduct pre-diving inspections. 1. Diving height should not exceed 5 meters, and it is advisable to choose to dive from the lower side of the ship as much as possible. 2. One should choose to dive from the windward of the ship and stay away from the damaged parts of the ship. 3. Confirm that the life jacket is properly worn and securely fastened. 4. Remove glasses, dentures, watches, and sharp objects such as keys and knives as much as possible. 5. After confirming the safety and absence of obstacles on the sea surface, dive in the correct posture. 2. Master the correct diving posture. Crew members should try to choose the popsicle-style diving method with their heads and feet when diving for survival. The popsicle-style diving posture is as follows. 1. After putting on the life jacket, choose to stand at the lower edge of the ship. 2. Take a deep breath. Use one hand to protect the nasal cavity and the palm to protect the oral cavity, being careful not to pinch the nose. 3. The other hand wraps around the hand that protects the mouth and nose, grasps the upper end of the life jacket tightly, crosses the arms in front of the chest, and holds the life jacket tightly. 4. Stand upright with feet together and eyes looking straight ahead. 5. When diving, you can choose to step or jump into the water. 3. Precautions after diving. 1. After jumping into the water, one should leave the shipwreck as soon as possible and swim towards the surrounding lifeboats and rafts, while minimizing the soaking time in the water. 2. If there are no lifeboats or rafts nearby, search for suitable floating objects as soon as possible. 3. Do not engage in meaningless swimming or strenuous activities. When waiting for rescue in the water, try to keep your face up as much as possible. 4. Oil fire sea diving survival and precautions. When diving for survival, if it is necessary to enter to dangerous sea areas, oil fire sea or oil pollution sea, an appropriate way should be chosen to enter the water and quickly escape from the above dangerous sea areas. 1. The water entry location should be chosen as much as possible on the sea surface with thinner oil layers and weaker fire. 2. Take a deep breath and choose the popsicle style, above and below your head to immerse yourself in the water. After entering the water, swim towards the upwind direction by diving. 3. After leaving the oil and fire sea, put on a life jacket in the water. Let's do the exercises for this section together. 1. The maximum diving height for survival from a difficult boat shall not exceed 3 meters, B. 5 meters, C. 10 meters. 2. When a survivor wears a life jacket and dives, the appropriate way of entering the water is head down, feet on top, enter the water vertically. Be head on top, feet on bottom, enter the water vertically. See the body enters the water parallel to the surface of the water. 3. When diving out of necessity, the appropriate diving position to choose is any part, B. Downwind side, C. Upwind side. 4. The general methods for boarding an inflatable life raft from a ship include 1 type, B. 2 types, C. 3 types. 5. The victim, wearing a life jacket, jumped directly into the entrance and exit of the raft from the side of the ship. But the height of the ship should not exceed 4.5 meters, and attention should be paid to the personnel inside the raft. Right? B. Wrong. The above content is how we learn to leave a difficult ship. This class ends here. Thank you everyone.